All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Chelsea Talks. I'm your host, Truitt. As our co-host today, we have Arlington, and our guest is Miss Nivens. So, to kick it off, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do here in your
All right.
family?
My name is Michelle Nivens. I teach Spanish and yearbook, and I'm the athletic director. I coach volleyball and bowling. I'm married to a Chelsea native who went to school here, K through 12, almost all in this building. And we have 2 kids and 2 dogs.
Okay.
How many years have you been teaching here, and what electives have you taught here?
So this is my 24th year. I have taught Spanish and yearbook, and I have done academic enhancement classes.
You said something about yearbook. If students want to join the yearbook crew, how do they join it? Like, how does that work?
Okay, we have an application project that they would submit in the spring, and it's about the time when we're choosing classes. I give them about 2 weeks to complete the project. They basically create a yearbook page on scrapbook paper, and it gives us a chance to see their eye for detail in choosing pictures and their ability to write good captions and to write a good body paragraph. We submit those, and I hang them up in my classroom anonymously, and my entire yearbook staff has to score them. That's part of their grade this year. Mm-hmm. And they score them according to the rubric that we give to students when they pick up their packet, and we choose the best ones. They're on staff.
On the little poster thingy, do they do like a whole thing on like the girls' basketball team, or like?
They can choose any topic that they want. We have lots of topics. I get a lot of vacation topics. Mm-hmm. Or if they play a sport, they do their own sport, or siblings. I had a lot of siblings this year where people would do like their little brother's basketball team or their little brother's football team. So there's no limit on the topics. They can choose anything that they want as long as I can see how they write.
Mm-hmm. You also said something about Spanish. What made you want to do Spanish, and why did you choose that of all languages?
Okay, so I've always wanted to be a teacher. Mm-hmm. I got that passion in the 2nd grade from my next door neighbor who gave me some books when she cleaned out her classroom, and I played teacher my whole life. So I've always wanted to be a teacher, and when I was in high school, I thought I wanted to be an English teacher. And my high school teachers, I was going to be an English major and a Spanish minor, and my high school English teacher said, there's tons of English teachers out there. There's not a lot of Spanish teachers. You should switch that. You'd probably get a job faster if you were a Spanish teacher. And I said, well, I want to be a teacher. Doesn't really matter to me what I teach, so I'll do that. And I did. And so here I am.
What advice would you share with 8th grade for going to high school?
Okay, so the best advice that I can give young people in general would be that high school is just 4 years. And people are going to take that differently based on how they feel about high school. If you're having a good experience in high school, then those 4 years are going to be the greatest years of your life. Mm-hmm. If you are not having a good experience and you don't like high school, then the thing to remember is that it's only 4 years, and then you get to move on with the rest of your life. You get to do something different and be around different people, and it's only 4 years that you have to deal with them. And people who are in the middle, enjoy what you've got for the 4 years and look forward to what's coming next, because the rest of your life is ahead of you. Those are only 4 measly years.
Mm-hmm. How did high school feel like with you? How did you?
I went to a really small high school. I went to Kingwood Christian in Alabaster, and I would say I was a big fish in a small pond. Mm-hmm. I've been athletic my whole life, always playing sports. When I moved here, I had been playing soccer, and there wasn't a soccer team at my school, and there wasn't girls basketball at my school. So pretty much the only option was to play volleyball. So I learned how to play volleyball, and I had a great time and had a lot of opportunities because it was a small school. Being somebody who was new to it, I was terrible at first. And I worked really hard and got stuck on JV when some of my classmates were going up to varsity, and that made me work harder. And then I loved it so much that I tried out in college and played at Montevallo, and now I coach volleyball. So high school was the thing that got me into where I am now, right? Taught me all the things that I love that made me want to be a volleyball coach.
As you know, you're the athletic director. What do you do exactly? Like, what's your role?
So athletic director is in charge of making sure that all of our athletes stay eligible to play sports. As you hear on the announcements, they always say that you have to be 100% in Dragonfly. Coach Floyd is our associate athletic director, and he helps track that, making sure that all of our athletes have all the documentation that they need. I have to make sure that all that is in. We have game schedules that have to be entered into Dragonfly, and I have to make sure that all that happens for all of our games. I enter in all of the scheduling for GoFan so that people can purchase their tickets online for games. I deal with any kind of rule breaking that we have going on, and parent complaints and student complaints. If there's any concerns with athletes, they direct that to me.
So if an athlete were to have an injury, would you like put it in the records?
So when there's injuries, we have a trainer at the high school that works with us and comes over to evaluate the students, and they add that into their records on Dragonfly that way. And they help us get them in to see a doctor if we need that, or they can give advice to the parents about how to handle it and what our next step is. So I get us in touch with them, but they kind of take care of that.
Do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us today, and please like and subscribe to our channel. And thank you, Miss Nivens. Oh, and in a world where you can be anything, be kind.